The expert pedagogy members are out there trying to see what works in the curriculum, what doesn't work, what works with their leadership, what doesn't, what resonates with their student experience, what doesn't. So the very first lessons and feedback that we're getting through this project are actually coming from the expert pedagogy group.
So the I5 framework reminds us of some very important features that we should introduce into our teaching. And that's, for example, joy and meaningfulness and iteration. And so this makes up a framework that helps us all to reflect on our teaching.
I think we are lacking a kind of ideas of responsible leadership in our pedagogy, especially in the business schools, in developing the future leaders. And the I5 could give us a chance or an opportunity to reflect on ourselves as educators and researchers in order to develop the responsible leadership thinking in our students. And of course, we need to use different techniques, and I5 has those 5 techniques that could help us to reflect and also to engage with our students more in developing their experience and skills towards responsible leadership.
What resonates in my classroom is really that I can take those 5 and think about where do I see most development potential. One aspect, for example, is iteration. Iteration comes with the idea that we can try something out, we make mistakes, we redo, or we have a second round, a third round, so we learn from multiple steps. What I now, for example, do in my education, in my classroom teaching or in the courses, is that we have a reflective journal which kind of students are supposed to kind of fill out after every session. And so kind of then they get feedback based on these journal entries, and so they're learning step by step and developing further also the conceptual framework that underlies the whole journal idea.
Our self-reflection was very useful for me because I can see just points to improvement, and then I have to think how to evaluate in the first, middle, and after course. So I try to prepare more relevant evaluations right now.
I think what I5 provides me that I would see typically that's lacking in my own practice in pedagogy is the iterative element. So I'm probably not alone in this, but certainly I feel like we as professors sometimes feel like we have to cover so much content, and in doing so we may not feel we have the time to go back and repeat. And I5's really helped me see that what a more powerful learning experience that is if we help students introduce them to a topic, reintroduce that, do take the time to allow them to maybe experiment, play with it, fail or retry and improve. And I think that allows us to see a real improvement in confidence, if you will, in the student.